What's up, everybody? Got my boy in the house real quick. Let's shout out the sponsors. Got to pay some bills real quick. You guys know how it is. We got the boy Fry's Critters over here. Make sure to check him out, doing some awesome things out there in Australia. Make sure to check him out. Facebook, Instagram. My man started a Twitch, as well as Eden's Den sponsoring the channel, guys. Make sure to check them out. Instagram. I'm not sure if they have a Facebook, but I gotta talk to them. Make sure to get all his links to add into the chat. But we also got Zilla Footwear, guys. You looking for some awesome reptile shoes? If you guys want to get your logo with some custom reptiles on your shoes, anything like that, make sure to hit up Zilla Footwear and tell them I sent you. They'll definitely take care of you guys. But without further ado, let's get into this. I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself to the peoples.
All right. I'm Alex Vigil. I'm with Vigils Iconic Royals out of Queen Creek, Arizona.
So how long you been out here breeding?
This was our first year, man.
Oh wow!
I believe this week was actually a year that we started our first pairings last year.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, what all do you work with?
Right now, just ball pythons.
Is that like more? Are you trying to move it in as like a business aspect, or are you just doing it as for fun?
Hopefully as a business aspect. Hopefully it gets to that point, but for fun right now.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, what is the favorite reptile you got right now? Like, if you were to go home and go through the drawers, what all you got that you would be like, this is my prize?
My favorite is probably our desert ghost pinstripe, possible head cryptic.
Nice, that's a banger right there. You are the first year and you already popping some pretty cool things out. What?
Right. Hopefully, well, we bought that one, so. But.
That's pretty dope, though. That's a banger male right there.
Right.
So you are. What was your first pairing?
Our first pairing was a pastel clown I paired him with a fire, a pastel, and a pastel GHI.
Nice.
Yeah.
So have you actually produced any babies yet?
Yeah, we had 3 clutches last year.
Nice. That's actually pretty awesome.
So I think we had a total of 17. We lost one of the babies, so it was 18, but we had a total of 17 after that one.
Nice. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, sometimes it happens, whether it's a stillborn or just they don't eat. You never know.
She didn't absorb any of the yolk in the egg. Surprisingly, she was the first to pip on her own. First that came out of the egg. None of the yolk was absorbed, so I think she was like 23 grams.
Oh, wow.
We gave her, the chance to thrive, but she just didn't end up making it.
Yeah, I've had that happen. We had one hatch out of a boob egg. The egg during incubation ended up getting moldy, and I was I've had to I had to keep cleaning it off, and the rest of the eggs are really just fine. But it was just that one that just kept having issues, and when it hatched out, I mean, this thing was maybe 26, 27 grams.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, there's no, if you make it, would be a miracle.
Right.
And it took its first meal, and I was really excited because it was what's messed up is it was the all genetic from both parents into one. It was the only one we hit came from the boob egg, and it just wouldn't. It ate, and I was excited. And the next day I come back and I saw it regurged, and I was like, oh no. And then later that night, just nope. That killed me too, because I was like, after I think I got way too excited that he ate once for me,
right?
And I just got too excited on it, and that killed me.
Yeah, but we didn't even get her or it to eat at all.
No, Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing you deal with reptiles. I mean, you get the good and with the bad, you know.
Oh,
But
it wasn't a good experience by all means, but it was, at least we had the experience, early
right,
on.
that's the positive way to look at it. You know, is at least or you kind of understand what happened and why it didn't, go that way.
Right.
So at least you now know like what you can do next time or something, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So how did you get into the hobby?
Honestly, it was thanks to our oldest daughter. She's 14 now, but she had always asked us for a pet snake, and my wife and I would always tell her no, no, no. Obviously, you have kids, so I'm sure you know. It
Yup.
came to the point where we finally gave in. We were at PetSmart, and we ended up getting a super pastel from them, and that was what got us into it now. And then I don't know, you might have seen my post a couple days ago. She's actually, we caught her ovulating, so my daughter's pretty
Oh,
stoked.
I did see that. I was trying to think. I was like, I might have seen it. I don't know, man. I mean, how long have you been on like doing Instagram and stuff?
About a year.
Nice. I mean, and you're killing it over there, bro. What would you get, like 55, 57,000 already?
I think we're at 49 right now, I believe.
Damn, you're killing it with all the color changing snakes, bro. That's
Some people like it, a lot of people hate on it, but
dude, I get that a lot. I had one guy. It was the one I sent you with the pink on it. It really looked good with that pink filter. That we turned blue.
Yeah.
One guy messaged me and he's like, I will give you 15K right now. I was like, that snake ain't worth 15K, but I felt like if I was to take it, you'd be real pissed off when you open that box. Like,
bro, I have the Morph Market up, right? And it has my phone number, obviously. So I would be en route at work and getting phone call after phone call asking how much for the pink ball python, the purple ball python, like people from Florida, California, everywhere, man. I'm like, and the thing is, in the captions, I either put it in the captions or you could see on the bottom of the screen that says what filter. So it's not
right.
like we're trying to be.
Oh yeah, no, and with every one that we do, it always pops up right there in the bottom corner. It's like made with this filter or made with that filter. Like even if you were to share or make the video and then just download it and then like save it for a later date.
Yeah.
Even when you re-upload it later, if it has that filter and it recognizes it, it still pops up.
Right.
But people always get confused with it. Like I turned the iguana purple. Yeah. And I had somebody message me. He was like, I'll give you 20K right now. I was like, what? Like, he's like, that's a world's first. I was like, I feel like you ain't paying attention, my guy.
There was one post I had put the caption, haters will say it's fake. And then right under that, I said, which it is. It's a filter. And still, bro, messages, comments, phone calls. Like,
yep. I feel like that caption alone will like boost views. I don't know why, but I did that as a test. I shared the same video twice and I used that as a caption and then I used a different one as just like a random like look how pretty or whatever.
Yeah.
And the one that says haters will say it's fake exploded. I think it hit 34.5 thousand in like the first day. It was nuts.
Right.
And the other one that I posted same time next day hit like 200.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's definitely hard trying to figure out what the algorithm is and then hitting it and consistently trying to get it.
Right.
It's difficult.
Yeah, that's been my thing. Like sometimes I get lucky and they'll hit that algorithm or hit that platform to where they'll just fly. And when you look back at it, it's like at 2-3 couple thousand within like a first few minutes. Yeah. And then there's times when I'll post it, I'll check back later that day, and it's only got like 100 views, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. You never know, man. But Algorithm would be crazy.
Oh, for sure.
So what was your first reptile? Was it that super pastel?
My first reptile was a bearded dragon when I was probably like 16.
Okay. So you've had reptiles before.
Yeah, a
When
couple bearded dragons, leopard gecko. The super pastel was my first snake as well, though.
so have you ever bred anything prior to breeding ball pythons?
Nope, never. That that was actually my oldest daughter's idea as well to get into that.
Get into breeding?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We took about probably like a year and a half of just doing research and figuring out like plans of how to execute it before we actually took the jump into it.
Right. So how many snakes do you guys have right now? Or reptiles?
So we have two leopard geckos, a crested gecko. We have one boa, and then I believe we have 27 ball pythons.
Okay.
So not an extreme amount, but
Now, are you planning to like expand out of just ball pythons and kind of breed more than just one species?
I would like to down the road. For now, I want to focus on just ball pythons, though. Just put all that money. As you can see, I have some Home Depot racks and stuff, so put some money
Hey,
in.
don't knock the Home Depot racks, bro. I'm right with you.
Right.
I mean those kind of hold my venomous, but I mean still though they do the job.
Yeah, for sure. But once, like I said, I have a couple pairings I'm pretty excited for when the females get up to size. So once we get focused on that, have some of those clutches, then maybe we'll see, maybe expand into some other stuff.
Right on. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like when we first started, we kind of we had some ball pythons when I first got with my wife, when I really started pushing back into breeding. And she had a couple ball pythons, and I used to breed before I was with her. And we
Yeah.
ended up like I don't know why, but like we got some ball pythons, and then I'm like, I think she was the instigator in it. She's like, I really like red tail boas. Boom! Next thing I know, I'm breeding red tail boas, and like it
Right.
was. I think she was the instigator in most of it.
Yeah.
But it's nuts, trying to work with more than one species. It becomes a bit of like it's not terrible, but like it becomes a challenge when you're trying to keep multiple of different species and their requirements are like worlds apart.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where it becomes really challenging, at least
Yeah.
in my aspect.
Yeah, I could only imagine that. We had grabbed a couple of corn snakes, but Levi ended up grabbing them from me. So we'll just
That
stay
sounds about
focused.
right. He's all about the colubrids now. That's all
Yeah.
he wants.
Yeah.
It's funny because I got out of colubrids. At the time I think I was producing like 50, 60 babies,
Yeah.
and I was just holding on to them. Like I just nobody really nobody or at that time colubrids weren't a big deal.
Yeah.
And so like I think I was wholesaling corn snakes that various morphs for like $15 a piece to
Yeah.
stores.
Right. That's crazy.
And I was like, damn, like now the market's up there to like wholesale from normal is like $30-$40.
Yeah.
And that's normal babies.
Yeah.
So I was just like the market, how it changes drastically every year is just insane.
Yeah. It's
Because I
crazy.
mean, you look back at ball pythons back in 2000 to 2010. I think our albino ball python went from $25,000 to $30,000 down to what it is now, where you can find an albino for $150 to $250.
Right.
depending on who, what it is, that size, and who you're getting it from, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we've even seen some stuff change pretty drastically just in the year that we've been started.
So you got a question in the comments. You got a Funko Pop chilling next to you.
Yeah, it's Steve Irwin.
It's dope. He's over here holding the snake. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I like that in the corner. I got to do that. I got to get one. I actually I won one, and I was supposed to get it, and the guy I'm supposed to interview next week is the one that was supposed to send it to me. So that reminds me, I got to give him crap for it.
Yeah.
On live.
Yeah, my wife had bought that one. It came from the zoo in Australia. Their zoo.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys actually like traveled out there?
No, she got it shipped over. I wish.
That would have been cool.
Right.
A lot of my friends are actually from Australia. We want to take a trip out there and try to do some herping as well as like tour out there and go to their zoos and see their different preserves and see how all that is out there.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool. So, what is your favorite species, whether in your collection or something that just catches your eye every time you see it?
I mean, I guess I'd be, biased saying ball pythons, obviously. I'm not sure. Other than that, though, I would like some venomous stuff if I could.
That'd be cool. I will never knock people for liking venomous. I mean, we've got some pretty extensive venomous out here in Arizona, man. We can only keep the native species, but
Yeah.
I mean, we still got some pretty dope looking species. I think we have 26 rattlesnake species in Arizona.
Yeah.
Or something like that. 26 rattlesnakes or 26 venomous. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right. Yeah, that would be dope. I've always wanted a king cobra. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be dope. I tried getting my permits out here to try to do that because that's what I want. I want king cobra. I want a gaboon. Like bit us all the way.
Right.
Like that was our thing, but sadly we can only have the native species unless we get the permit in Arizona. Done said they're like, we ain't giving out permits for nothing.
Right.
So I'm stuck with the natives, but we got some pretty natives. Like I've got for everybody that follows the channel knows Karen, my Western Atrox or Western Diamondback, and then we've got the Mojave Green, who I still haven't named. We've got. I have 4 sidewinders. My wife also has 4 sidewinders. She likes watching them go through the sand.
Right.
And then we've got babies from the Diamondback as well. They're baby Atrox that we'll let go next in the spring.
That's awesome.
And that's about it. We got one little baby sidewinder. Dude's like tiny.
Really.
It's just a little guy.
I would want a what are they called? The speckled or whatever, the white.
Oh yeah, I want to get those speckled. Dude, they're dope. I'm looking. Next year I'm going to be looking for the Arizona Blacks.
Okay.
They're all jet black with they're basically like the opposite of Diamondback. They're all jet black, and then the diamonds on their back are white, so they come like the white pattern makes the diamond.
Okay.
And it's just super cool contrast on those guys. So I want to get some of those. I want to get like at least 1 or 2. If I could find a pair, that would be pretty cool.
All right, that would be awesome.
And then I'm talking to a guy in Tucson, and he's talking about wanting my my babies. So he wanted, but he had babies, but he had baby bubble gums, Atrox. So those are albino hypermelanistic.
Okay.
So they're like They're like albino with like some very very bland like pinkish pattern.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool looking when you look at it through an albino or compared to like just the basic yellow albino. Those bubble gums, dude, they're dope. And to have one in Arizona would be really cool. So I'm talking about the guy wants my baby H Rock. So I was like, dude, I will all day. You can have it.
Right.
I was out tank for tank. I got you.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that somebody else from Arizona is interested in some venomous.
Right.
So what's your favorite morph? Looking at ball pythons.
Pretty much, probably popular answer, but pretty much anything with Desert Ghost. I would say Desert Ghost. I really like Puzzle. I haven't gotten any Puzzle in the collection yet, but
Puzzle's dope.
Puzzle is pretty neck and neck for me with Desert Ghost.
We had a Puzzle for a while. Let's see, pie the world. So Eden asked, you maybe covered it, but what's the one project we should be looking out for next year from you, or for next season from you?
So if I'm able to get her up to size, so for the male, I have the Desert Ghost Pinstripe, Possible Het Cryptic. And then a female, I have a Super Pastel, Butter, Inchy, Spider Desert Ghost.
Damn!
Yeah. So if I could get her up to size, obviously that's going to be a pretty big one for me. I also have a lesser Het Desert Ghost, Possible Het Clown. She should be up to size that I'm going to pair with the Desert Ghost, Possible Het Cryptic. So hopefully I'll get some Kryptons out of that. I also have a pied girl that's ready, and I just got a special pied in. I just posted it yesterday, I believe. I got a special pied in, and it's all white, so we don't see any pattern, but it's possible black pastel, leopard, and or inchy as well.
So would that be a black or was that black pewter, leopard or leopard inchy?
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
So hopefully, like I said, it's all white, so it'll be up to the odd gods to see what he proves out to be.
I like it, dude. This is your first year you really like grinding into it, and you're throwing down some heat, man. That's pretty dope.
Trying to. I have a leopard spider clown female as well. Hopefully we could get her up to size. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do visual clutch with her, if I want to do a double recessive, double het.
Are you going to be going to the expo out here? What is it, November 19th or 20th?
I'm actually vending.
Are you really?
Yeah.
There you go. This is dope, man. I thought about vending. I was going to call and see, because I know they had a couple extra tables. I was going to go, I'm going to go, but I'm not going to vend. I got a lot of stuff, but I like just being able to walk around and see everybody and do my videos and stuff of the expo. But we will be our first major vending that we're gonna do is actually Pomona in January with my boy JTK Reptiles.
Okay.
So we're gonna go do that, but that'll be dope, dude. I'll have to look for your booth. Come check you out.
Yeah, for sure. I was back and forth about doing it just because obviously from our first season we don't have any bangers or nothing to sell. We have some Het Clown stuff to sell. But I just wanted to do it so we could do some networking and just get our name out there, and I'll probably bring a few of the not for sale stuff just so people can see what we're working with and go from there.
For sure. That's what Frank does. You know Frank, right? Geeky Gecko?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what Frank does. When he was trying to really like get his name out there,
Yeah.
that was his main thing, was trying to just promote himself and do all that. So he was just bringing stuff that he didn't have for sale, and then he brought a couple things that he did have for sale, just to kind of help promote himself and get his name out there for Arizona. Because the issue we were running into, and I feel like most breeders out here who don't vend at the expos, we're widely known, but we're known in states that aren't our home base.
Yeah, right.
And so that like it tells me like my main area of where my most of my followers come from is Florida, Utah, and Texas.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, Arizona is like freaking maybe 3% of that. I was like, that is insane. And I was like, I'm based here.
Right. Yeah, man. Like I said, I think it'll be good for marketing. That's why I had started up the Instagram too.
I mean, hey, you killing it on Instagram. You way ahead of me, man. I've been on there for a year, almost two, but we just started putting out reels. We were originally just putting pictures out there and just seeing what happens.
Right. Reels is definitely where it's at the moment. I'm sure it'll change.
For sure. Yeah, reels are where everything's at right now. Especially same with YouTube. Like YouTube Shorts is the majority of where your following comes from, and it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
And then as long as you can hit like the algorithm for YouTube, it varies the same way as Instagram too. Like it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you post one, you got a couple thousand views, and other times you post it and you got a couple hundred or 50. Right. It depends on if they pick it up. And then I've noticed the one thing I've noticed is people that are just getting into YouTube, if their video doesn't get X amount of views and within like the first few hours, they'll delete it and try to reshare it later. And one thing I tried to encourage people is, if you're going to do YouTube, that's not the way to do it. Leave it on there, and at some point it'll hit the algorithm. Like eventually every video will get picked up and put on the For You page of basically Reels or YouTube or basically Shorts. So they actually will pick it up later on. Like I posted one and only got 20 views, and I got a notification that it's trending now and it's at 3,000 views, and I posted it a week ago and it just started hitting today. So like it takes it a bit, but it eventually will get picked up.
Yeah, for sure. I tried working on my YouTube stuff, but I haven't been able to get that going. So
it takes a bit, and then I'm still learning new things about it for sure. Like I just found out I can schedule posts like 2 days ago, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, I can do that? I was like, I can I was like, I don't have to like just be up and hope it uploads on the time that I want it to. Like,
yeah, right.
I mean, I know I can do it with Instagram, and I could do it with Facebook. But I had no idea until just recently that I could do that here.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I like doing these lives is, it brings people from Instagram onto YouTube, and then, people that already follow you, now they can put a name and face to the logo, because a lot of people don't actually put themselves on Instagram or on their Facebook. It's all the animals and the brand.
Yeah.
And so when people see, or now that people see your face, now they're like, oh hey, I follow that dude, I know you. Like that, like RKA, my boy RKA, he's like, I had to look you up. He's like, I already follow you, and you have a lot of cool things, but I had no idea that like didn't do put two and two. So like it takes a bit, and so that's why I love doing these interviews. So what is your goal as a breeder? Like, where do you see yourself going with
Hopefully big, man.
it?
That's the hopes, you know. Shoot for the, what do they say? Shoot for the moon and fall to the stars, right?
Yup.
Um, I would like to. I don't know what the potential is. You know, some people say it's oversaturated and stuff. But I would like to. Basically, I just want to have fun with it, man. I want to be able to create something from it. I have three daughters, so I want to be able to create something business wise to be able to have them included in with it.
I like that.
For a little bit there, the goal was to have like a storefront, you know, be able to open up a shop somewhere. But just seeing how stuff is and in these days and times, I don't think the brick and
Especially
mortar
Arizona.
ideas, yeah, the brick and
You
mortar idea is the way to go.
Storefront, man. We thought about that. You throw a rock and now you're hitting a reptile store. But they're popping up like weeds, bro.
Yeah,
This year alone. I think what both location scales and tails, and you got CMB, got like 7 other stores that just opened up out here. So I mean, they're popping up all over the place.
yeah. That's why I thought about it out here because we're in Santan, and there's one that's called For the Balls, but other than him, the closest is Holdfast, which is like a 40-minute drive. So
Yeah, that's
I
the
was
homie Declan now. That used to be Shane's store. He sold it to Declan, and then he went
yeah.
up there to Texas.
So I was thinking it might be a good idea for out here, but I'm not sure.
No, hey, that'd be pretty good. I mean, you know, it's not something to discourage. If that's something you want to do and you got the connections to be able to do that, I mean, and there's always a supply and demand, you know.
Yeah,
As long as you're able to, you think you can do it, I'd support you 100%, bro.
yeah. But, I mean, like I said, that was the goal a little bit ago. But I would want to do it, you know, like do it big, man. Like have something like the reptile zoo or something like that, or prehistoric pets. I know a lot of people don't like the people that run them, but just something of that nature, you know, not just some little box store you walk into, grab your stuff, and leave.
Right.
Something.
That's something we were talking about doing out here in Goodyear, because I'm in Buckeye.
Okay.
And that's something I was talking about to do in Goodyear was to open up a reptile shop / like, you know, reptarium type thing. Because I mean, we got a little everything over here. You know, iguanas of various species, different morph tegus, things like that. You know, so we got a whole bunch of stuff, and so we were talking about trying to do something like that. The way I don't want to say the same way Jay does it over there, but you know, something similar, you know, and try to do it that way. But I'm not. We thought about doing it, but where we're at, we're so close to the 303, so we're right there by the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium.
Okay.
So for now, we kind of just sell to all the stores and we do our thing that way. Let them compete with each other, but they still come to us or they all come to us for everything else.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That's what I told my wife. She was like, "We could do this. You know, we could instead of selling to them, we could do it." I was like, "Well, the issue with it is I don't feel like competing with them. Like,
Exactly.
why compete with them when I can sell to all of them?"
Yeah,
Let them compete with each other, but have the
yeah.
same stuff.
I'd be like, shoot, my pockets aren't deep enough to compete with them, but we could let them help fill the pockets, you know?
Yo, for sure, that's where we at. We need more stores here. There's really not a lot. I have to drive 30 minutes minimum. Damn, dude. That's out there in Florida. See, you know, I'd say, oh, I'll come out to Florida and open a reptile shop, bro. I got you, but nah, nah. Half of my collection is banned in Florida. Like, well, because I breed tegus, and large of what we produce is tegus, Pac-Man frogs, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, it'd be 40 extra mouths that I'm not feeding, but that's a huge hit on income because the majority of them 40 mouths are all females, and all of them drop about 30 plus bait or 30 plus eggs every season.
Really?
Oh yeah, tegus, dude, they populate easily and quickly.
That's
Like
crazy.
they brumate, so they brumate from now to mid-February. And then they'll wake up about February, March-ish, let them start waking up, eating, and getting their weight back together.
Yeah.
And after they're all set and fat, you introduce them to the male, and the male's done deal, dude. They're already locking up, and you'll start having babies here quick. I mean, it's nuts. And they'll drop anywhere from 30 to 40 something eggs. I had somebody try telling me that they've seen them have over 50 eggs. I personally haven't seen that. I think the most I've ever had was a 42 clutch.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Right.
Like tegus are pretty resilient with that. And on top of that, it's really cool watching them make that nest, because they're not like, you know, like most reptiles where they'll bury their eggs. They will go and grab like fallen debris from trees and stuff, and rip up bushes, and they'll tear that all up, bring it, and build a nest for their eggs, like kind of like how alligators do it. They make that big mound.
Yeah.
It's just like that, but for tegus, and they'll if the nest is too dry, they'll actually go to a water source and drink a ton of water and throw it up on top of the nest to make it more humidity.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's a process to watch, man. Like that's something that I love, just kind of watching them do.
Yeah. Sure.
That's traffic in LA for me. A store that should be maybe 15-minute drive is about half an hour to 45 minutes down, dude. LA is crazy. Good Grove, man. Yo, what up, bro? Grove gang. No, he got mangrove monitors. Yeah, I love mangroves. That's one of my favorite monitor species.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy out there in Florida. But let's see. I freaking jumped over my whole thing. So what is your most anticipated pairing or hatching for this season compared to next season?
The season that passed, it was the pastel clown with the pastel GHI. Next season, like I said, it depends who I could get up to size. But I would say how it's looking right now, it's probably going to be the Desert Ghost Pinstripe, possible Het Cryptic, and the lesser Het Desert Ghost, possible Het Clown.
I'm excited to see what comes out of that.
Hopefully I'll get some Kryptons.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I like it, man. That'd be pretty cool. I want to see what all you produce out of that.
Right.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I would say that clutch and then the pied clutch from the special male that I just got, but I'm not sure if he'll be ready to go. I might have to wait one more season for him.
That's the only thing that kills me, man, is like when you're raising stuff up, you're like, you're like, you get close to that season, you're like, nope, you're not gonna make it. Like you have high hopes for this thing, and you're like, nope, you're either gonna be really late season or you're gonna be next season. Like you just now, you don't want to push it, but you want to eat. Just it's gut wrenching. You're looking at it, you're like, You're gonna make beautiful babies, but probably not right now.
Right. Oh, I forgot. I got a leopard female too that I'm pairing with the desert ghost pinstripe. So
Nice.
get
See, I
some
like
nice.
leopard. I like leopard with desert ghosts. It really brightens the pattern up.
Yeah.
So if you had the chance, all permits, experience needed to own one or a pair of any reptile, what would it be and why?
A leucistic king cobra.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Now,
Just
would you own one or a pair?
I would just do one, just to have it as a pet. Just to focus, have it as a pet, not try to breed it, nothing like that. Just for that wow factor.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Sorry, my kid wandered in. Now she's asking questions. You have any questions to ask, Malia?
Say hi.
Okay, you want to say hi?
I want to get on here and say hi.
Let's say hi.
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 That's my oldest.
I'm 6 years old.
You're 6 years old? I have a 6-year-old as well.
Yeah, that you got a 6-year-old too. You're the same age. She like pretended to die.
Right.
Go play. Crazy kids. So if you had advice for somebody that wants to get into breeding, what would your advice be to them?
The biggest thing, not to rush it. Just take your time. Like I said, do a lot of research. I would say probably I don't know if you would say mistake, but probably the biggest mistake we made is getting too male heavy at first. Make sure you get your females you want first, get them up to size. I had the desert ghost male just sitting there eating for free, until we're getting the females up to size and stuff. So that would be the two biggest things. Take your time, research, and like I said, don't go male heavy right away.
I like it. I like it. And the reason I like asking that question is, when you're asked that question, most people do it without really thinking about it, but they look back at what they did, and if they give that advice as if it was them talking to their past self, or something, like talking to themselves that are just getting into it.
Right.
So I like that because it's a genuine thing, and we have people that follow the channel and they keep as pets, and they haven't really decided to really start breeding and trying to join in that aspect.
Yeah.
But they want to, so I like asking that because when people go back and rewatch these, it's that little bit of wisdom by each breeder or each person we have on, to pass that on to the next generation, or to just pass that knowledge on and that experience to other people that are trying to get into doing what we do and breeding and taking care of all these awesome animals.
Right.
So I like asking that. I will steal one from Chris and Levi just because I like messing with them. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years?
With breeding everything, and what's your goals right now, furthered into 5 years from now, where would you see yourself?
As the Cabalica of Arizona. I'm just kidding. Like I said, hopefully it goes well. I would like to say, with a profitable storefront and stuff like we talked about before, but just doing what I'm doing now, man. Just having fun with it. Um, letting my daughters learn new things from it. So in 5 years, just basically doing the same thing, just breeding for fun, just with some more bangers. Um, owning some super dwarfs.
Yeah, Levi says owning some retics.
He's been trying to get me on board, but I mean, I have my stuff in my garage right now, so I don't have a ton of room. But so hopefully in 5 years I'll have a bigger spot to have some different things.
Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm barely a breeder and have learned from several mistakes already. No, you had eggs, and now you can say you're a breeder, bro. What you talk about? But no, that's pretty cool. How do you like getting the kids involved with the reptiles, like doing all that?
You said, how do I like it?
Yeah, like how, like not like at an aspect like, you know, like how like when you get them to, like, you know, help feed the snakes or help,
Yeah.
you know, do things around the reptile room, like seeing them interact with everything. How does that make you feel, honestly?
Oh, I love it, man. It's probably one of my favorite things about the hobby. Just being able to have them help, seeing them handle the snakes. I had made a post couple weeks ago, whatever, about this. I actually, outside of my kids as well, I enjoy being able to see people connect with the animals. For instance, my 80-year-old grandma had came over from Colorado. She came over, she visited, and she's an older Hispanic lady. You know, snakes are evil, blah blah blah. She had said that she would never step foot into my house knowing that there were snakes here, but she actually sat on my couch and she handled a few of our ball pythons, and it's just awesome to see, man. It's very
That's pretty cool, man. I like that.
And like I said, it's even better.
I like bringing mine involved with the reptiles. You know, we had them before the kids. You know, we had a lot of reptiles before the kids, you know, even where I thought.
Yeah.
And having them grow up around animals is pretty cool. You know, and I guess I got a call today from the school that my daughter stopped a kid from stepping on a rattlesnake on the playground. I guess it was right under the slide, and they had just come out, and I guess it was soaking up the heat right next to the slide. And when all the kids came out, it went and it hid under the slide, and Malia had saw it and had told the teacher and like yelled at everybody to stay away. And dude, it was a whole big ordeal.
Yeah.
And they had somebody come and remove it. But I guess Malia was like the big person to stop the kids from going over there. And so we got a call. The teacher called me and told me what happened, and I just thought that was really cool.
That was my 9-year-old.
Yeah, see, mine are still young. My oldest is 6. Hi.
Yeah, like I said, that's probably my most favorite part of the hobby. Just seeing them grow with the snakes and stuff.
This is my youngest, Lucian.
What's up, buddy?
Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hi.
He came to say hi. He was telling me his head hurts. He's dealing with chemo, and it's kind of kicking his butt right now.
I got a cone.
You feel, yeah, you got a cold?
I got a cone.
A cone?
Yeah. I'm not okay.
Yeah, go lay down. You'll be all right. I love you. All right, go play, buddy. Yeah, he's got chemo. He's dealing with chemo, so he's starting to feel the effects of that. So he comes in and tells me what's going on. Oh, he's telling me, he's like, I got a cone. My head.
Yeah.
Crazy kid. But
Yeah.
it's awesome having the kids involved with the animals. You know, like my daughter, she actually claimed the Burmese python we have in my room. That's one of the largest snakes we have. It's 14-foot Burm. And then my son, he had the largest boa we had, but ended up passing on us was a rescue we got in. But she was power fed galore before we had got her, and so she was super super big. I think I measured her out at like 12 feet when we got her.
Oh damn.
And she was fat. Like the dude was dropping a rabbit way too often, and boas being opportunists, they took it every time. It didn't miss a meal.
Yeah.
But it was nuts. But yeah, that was his. So now he kind of walks around. He's like, they're all mine now. Telling everybody, like, and it's fun having people come, like being able to have people come in here and look at some of the animals sometimes, and he'll do the tour. He'll give the tour to everybody, and he's like, oh yeah, this one's friendly. Or if you try to open certain drawers, he'll freak out, and he's like, no. He's like, don't touch that. It bites.
Right.
Because I use red stickers for the animals that could are more likely going to bite, like the babies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I use red stickers so they know, like, don't open it. You're gonna get hurt.
Right.
And so like whenever somebody goes to open a red sticker drawer, he freaks out. He's like, don't do it. It's gonna bite you. Like he'll slap your hand. It's funny.
Really?
He cracks me up. He's only 5, and he'll sit here and he'll talk reptiles with people for a while. He's like, we got iguanas and tegus, and he'll confuse the crap out of other kids. Like he's over here telling kids his age what he's got, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? But it's nuts. But I appreciate having you on, brother. It's always awesome hanging out with some pretty cool breeders. I like getting some Arizona people on.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, Levi told me this was your actual first time being on YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty dope.
A little nervous, not gonna lie, but
I could tell when I got you on, you were a little like you were a little nervous. Then you kind of relaxed during the rest of it. I like it, man. It was you did great on my from the way I've seen it. You did great. You're working with some awesome stuff. I'd love to come out and see your collection. You have some really cool stuff over there. I mean, for just getting into it, you did everything pretty good. I mean, you've got some banger males over there. You're already. I mean, what is this? This is your second year in breeding, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
And I mean, you're already putting some fire out there. You're ahead of the game on YouTube, man. You're killing it.
Yeah. Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. I mean, you're killing it, bro. You're up there. I wish soon I could be where you're at on the Instagram platform. We're pushing YouTube, hoping to get monetized this year. It's getting close to the end, so we may not hit it this year, but we might hit it in mid next year. We technically have until April to get monetized, but we'll see what happens with that. But
that's what was nice about Instagram. I was able to get monetized on Instagram. So
yeah, it says we're eligible to monetized on Instagram, but it hasn't like done anything. Like it says like you can add partners and add this, and
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But like, it doesn't give us like the badge or like when we go live, we can't have like people buy the little heart things at the bottom in the comments.
Yeah.
We can't have those yet, and I don't know why it hasn't. I'm having a hard time hitting 2K on Instagram. Ronnie, start jumping on lives with me again. We'll get you up there, bro.
Focus
I
on
do.
reels.
We had him. I remember when I first met Ronnie, he was in the hundreds, and we started getting him on my lives with me.
Yeah.
And now, man, he took off. He was like neck and neck with me for a while, and then he had to step away from social media. And I'm over above or 2100 now, and he's down there like 1800 somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I told him, dude, now that you're back, we got to get you on live again and start bringing them up.
Right.
That's just like I don't know if you ever met Lizard Morse.
No.
Luke from Australia. It's a friend of mine. He'll actually be on the channel next month. So Luke from Australia, he actually keeps and breeds a ton of blue tongue skinks. And I mean, he's got pure black ones, pure white ones, like tons of them.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Of what, like, a lot of the stuff that they work over there, and it's sad that we can't import or export from there.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the morphs that they have over there we'll never have. And it totally sucks. But I remember it was me, Ronnie from RKA Reptiles. He's a good dude to know for sure. And a couple other people. We were pushing to get Luke to his first 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
And he started taking really good pictures of his reptiles, and then he got like a good camera to do videos, and that man skyrocketed. He went from like 150 followers to like 80,000 in a few months.
That's
like
crazy.
once we got him to that, once we hit him to that first K, dude, he just took off from there. Like we kept doing lives, pushing everybody to follow him to get him that first 1,000.
Yeah.
Because before that, before you hit that 1,000, you get kicked off of lives after a certain point.
Oh, gotcha.
So we were like, dude, we want to get you like your full 4 hours. Let's get you to your first 1,000. Yeah, second he hit his first 1,000, God, this man left us all in the dust. He's over. I think right now he's over 150,000 or something like that. He's up there. And
some lives on there too.
Yeah, and that was another thing. We gotta start getting you doing lives, bro, because like I said, like a few people have popped up, and it was funny. A few people had messaged me. They're like, he's out here in Arizona. I was like, yeah, he's he does Arizona stuff. He's where he's at. He's here. And everyone's like, I see the page, but I've never seen the face. So we got to get your face out there, bro, so people recognize you. We got you.
Yeah.
But right on, bro. I appreciate you jumping on and hanging out with us.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's pretty awesome to have you on. First time being on YouTube. I think that's dope. We're gonna do another live with a few other Arizona breeders, and I'd love to get you to come on.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know, man.
For sure, we'll definitely schedule it out. So that way, we can kind of set a date that works for you and the other guys as well. But I want to try to do like an Arizona breeder like conference on here type thing, and talk about different reptiles and things like that from out here.
Right. Yeah, I'm game for that, man.
But right on, bro. I appreciate you. Great to put a name to a face. No, for sure. But I appreciate you, bro. And we'll definitely. Actually, you know what? I forgot to ask. How can everybody find you after watching this?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Morph Market. It's all under Vigils Iconic Royals.
And how do you pronounce it again in the first one?
Vigil.
I like that.
Yes,
like even when I was typing it out, I was like, I have no idea how it's pronounced. This. I'm gonna butcher the crap out of it.
Right. Most people say Vigil.
Yeah,
Good
that's kind of
roller.
what I was thinking. I was like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. But no, it's V Hill. Just literally like a V and then a hill. V Hill.
I like it, bro. That's pretty cool. Is that your last name?
Yeah.
I like it. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, mine's not saying it's original or anything. No.
Right.
But no, it's pretty cool. I like that. But
Yeah.
all right, brother, I appreciate you and everybody in the chat has been popping in. Quick shout out one more time to our sponsors that make this channel possible and keep this all going, guys. We got Fry's Critters, huge supporter of the channel. Make sure to check him out, guys. We got Eden's Den, new sponsor, doing some awesome work, guys. Make sure to check him out on Instagram. He does also make custom banners. So if you guys want to check him out and see if he can hook you guys up, definitely hit him up. If you guys are looking for awesome reptile swag, make sure to hit up Zilla Footwear. Link in bio, guys. They have some amazing shoes, different species of reptiles on them. Super cool animals on there. You guys make sure to check them out. They actually sent us a couple pairs. We've got the Diamondback pair that have some beautiful Diamondback rattlesnakes on them. We've got the chameleon ones, which I actually recommend the chameleons, guys. Those actually that came out really cool. They've got a ton of different things on there, guys. So make sure to check them out. If you want something custom, make sure to message them personally, either Instagram or Facebook. Just let them know that I sent you, and they'll take care of you guys. If you want to get your logo personally on there, I know a couple breeders from Arizona that's actually doing that, so I can't wait for them to get their shoes in to see it, because that'd be pretty dope.
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
I need a banner for the show and a tablecloth. So.
Hey, there you go. Banner for the show. That'd be Eden's, bro. Hit him up. That my dude would be making some pretty cool displays. And then tablecloth. I'd probably try doing or take like a design and put that on. I hit up either what is it? I can't remember. You either hit Sticker Meal or Sticker Pro or something like that. They do a bunch of stuff like that.
For sure.
Right on, brother. I appreciate having you on, and I'll catch everybody on the next one.
Thanks, bro.